Welcome back to Thin Blue Whiskey, Jimmy, David,
Yes.
and Mike.
We're changing it up. We're keeping it, organic out here.
Yeah. I had a buddy just get back from the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. He brought me the Baker's 13 and
She was a beaut.
this one. I have been on the lookout for the Series 11, Bardstown Series 11 for
trying
a
that one.
long time.
Yep.
David was in Texas, managed to wander over to Louisiana,
Yeah.
into a liquor store, found the Series 11 for me, sent me a text message, say, hey, you want it? I didn't get the text message in time.
Son of a.
I moved on without it.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get it. My buddy goes to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I tried to get, a bunch of other stuff allocated,
The unobtainables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got the Baker's 13, which I
That
was
was a-
more than happy with,
Quality review.
and the brand new, just released Discovery Series 12 from Bardstown. This is 48% Kentucky 14-year whiskey, 29% Kentucky 10-year whiskey, 15% Kentucky 10-year whiskey, slightly differing mash bills. I'll try to put that mash bill screen up here somewhere while I'm reading this.
I'm sure the audience at home has
Yeah.
got their calculators out there,
Yeah.
really.
And it comes with 8% Bardstown's own distillate, 6-year, 4-grain.
You know it's got to be good.
115.2 proof. Technically a 6-year whiskey, but
It's a conglomerate.
it's like
It's
92% 10-year and 14-year. So
So obviously, in my journey, I hear a lot about the Origin series, the Discovery series, however you want to word it. And
Discovery. Origin's a different series.
oh, sorry, Discovery series. My apologies. But everybody says this is the best, and I've never had any of them.
Only through Mike's good graces have I experienced any kind of Bardstown stuff. So
I've
been
never
to
had
there.
any of it.
Yeah. Hey,
Great area. Love it. Highly recommend going.
big fan. Love my Kentucky buddies out there.
You make some really tasty whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So yes, Bardstown,
Mm.
as you might imagine,
Good.
in Kansas isn't available.
No. We're working our
Super
channels, our distribution folk out there in
I have to-
the
I have to-
bluegrass states.
Yeah, I have to meander over to Missouri to get this, but they don't. I never saw the 11, and I never saw the 12.
So I couldn't even get that when I was in deep South Texas trying to find this earlier this year. Like,
Apparently, you got to make the trek over to Louisiana.
Yeah, just the roads are going to cost you quite a bit.
let me
but-
see if I can get down there. Got a pretty packed
Oh.
schedule. That smells delissimo.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
That's just good.
there
damn.
is a
Mm.
there's a fruit there.
It's a little
It's-
sweeter than when we were on the
Yes.
Baker 13
Yep.
in a prior video. Also, go check that out.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, check it out.
Yep,
Yeah,
we didn't even
stuff.
pimp ourselves on
Yeah,
that
we didn't do a
last
good
one.
job of self-promotion.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We forgot. We've been drinking.
Let's say we've all been in a little bit there today.
What do you mean?
This comes across almost green apple-y. Like, is there a tartness on it?
I'm going to give you that. And normally I rarely get that, but that is so sweet and kind of crisp off the nose and off the initial hit. Sweet. I hate green apples, but I assume this is what they would taste like.
No,
It's
like,
damn good, though.
I agree. Usually, I think
So much
here,
sweeter than that molasses. Sorry, that was
No,
my
you're fine.
shit drop in, but yeah.
I think for me, I agree with the tart because I think with all of them coming together, I'm getting the tart what would normally be kind of an offensive, almost ethanol.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But instead it is 100% more of a tart odor.
Yep, I get that. Now that I'm kind of letting it marinate, like a little bit of like when you have a good pour and then you kind of breathe it a little bit. I know that's
Yes.
kind of weird, but it is a good sweet fruit, apple-y kind of something. I want to brush my teeth in it. I want to hang out with it.
I want to roll around in
That's
it.
right, that's really good.
Pour it all over my body.
That's
Oh,
right.
wait.
Bardstown, you've done yourself proud once again.
There seems to be like almost a sweet tobacco note on the finish. Do you get like almost like a pipe tobacco type of thing?
Mm.
Like a pipe tobacco. Like, is there a tartness on it? 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 Like, is there a tartness on it?
I don't, but I also, again, frame of reference, I don't necessarily know that I'm a big tobacco connoisseur to understand what that would like tie in, but it's close.
I don't
Something-
get it. You know what I do get that I absolutely love? I get, and maybe some people it's offensive, but I get wet grain in the middle, and I love it.
Kind of like that goofy. We've talked about wet grain normally in kind of a negative context with like scotches and some of that peat mossy type shit, but this is not that.
No.
This is so crisp. It's a lighter.
Yeah. Do you get a little bit of a savory? Like think barbecue, like like barbecue grease, barbecue grill. Like after you grilled last night, you go back out there the next day. You got all the crusties still left on the grates. It just there's a savory note to this, and it comes in the late palate to the towards the finish.
You are correct.
It hits sweet and it kind of fades into this.
Yeah, I don't have anything to kind of compound on that, but you're right. It does, as it moves through, again, this is super bougie, but I mean, it tastes different. From the nose to the front of the palate to the finish to the burn. It's
different, but they're connected in that meaning that like where it loses me is if the nose is completely different than the palate, it kind of throws me for a loop, and then maybe it finishes even different.
This follows though, like it finishes like it smells, like it.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
They're all connected. They're different, but you can tell that there's similarities there that keep them,
correct.
somewhat cohesive and balanced.
I would agree.
It's really good.
I struggle for any more superlatives because you've really kind of hit on it, but it's damn
the
good.
downgrade here that I would give it is that it's a touch thin.
It is.
The mouthfeel, it's not real viscous, but the finish is long.
So we came off Baker's 13, full transparency. Also go check out that video. That one had a lot more complexity, a little bit more like a visceral, like it stuck to the glass a little bit more.
Yeah.
This is thinner, but also just damn good.
Yes, it's really good. Again, the finish is long. It's not really, there were effectively no legs, maybe one or two there, but
is it the malted barley? Like, is 12%?
Is that what's coming through?
Is that
good call?
Could. I think it could. I mean,
there's two of them are 12%, and then one of them was lower. But again, I'm not a connoisseur by any means, but there's something. I don't know if it's the malted barley that I'm picking up. That could be the wet grain type.
We'll see. The first three, the 14, 10, and 10 are 12, 12, and 9% malted barley.
Okay.
And then you get an extra 4% on the 4 grain. So
David,
there's a substantial.
You picking that up? That's a call out that's hard to get.
There's a significant amount of malted barley in there.
That's
which I
really
think
good.
leads to the softness of it.
I think so. It mellows it out.
There's like a bready quality
for sure.
to it.
I like it. I mean, obviously, the uneducated, totally awesome. But it smells like it's supposed to. It tastes like it's supposed to. The finish is just divine.
Yes.
Call it thin all you want. Sometimes those go exactly where they're supposed to.
Yeah. Thin in that it doesn't coat the glass. It's not necessarily oil, viscous on the mouth, but the finish is long. The flavors go forever.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bardstown, you got me.
You're not cold anymore, are you?
No. This warmed me right on up.
Oh, the vapors. Oh my.
Whiskey of the year. 2024
this has got to be up in the
contender.
running.
It's in the list.
I can see why. They done good. Bardstown, you guys are really killing it down there.
So
they did good.
Value.
This is where we
bottom shelf Jim loves to come into play here.
I'm telling you, we should not make this a feature because I'm always going to be the cheap guy.
160.
I think this one's probably closer to 2, isn't it?
160. 160.
Can you find it though? If you were closer to Louisville, closer to
in a state that it was distributed, I think you can find these.
So, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Nope, I found the previous one. I think it was right around that 155, 160 is where I found it.
The Discovery Series is the.
Yep.
the Cadillac.
Yeah, not to be confused with the Origin Series. That's a whole different series
It is.
there.
And the Origin Series
I don't
are
even like werewolves and fucking whatever else. But
the Origin Series are $50.
hey, I lost my hookup in the Kentucky regions. Currently sourcing a new sponsor. I got a guy in Shelbyville. I got a guy in Bardstown. But come on, Kentucky, help us out. We're the other University of K kind of sort of out here where we are at.
I don't think that's going to win us anything.
Because we win.
Yeah, that's not going to do us any good.
If it's not basketball season, you guys are so good at what you're doing out there. We could super help your channels help us out here in the Midwest.
Rock chalk.
That's right. Any hoozle.
$150. $160.
It's still got its steep butt. Again, to me, this is a bottle that stays on your shelf for years, and you share it with your mates like during a special occasion. This isn't what I just do on like a Tuesday.
So value, meaning, is what is in that bottle. Not necessarily if you would buy it or not, but given the information, tasting of it, does the whiskey in that bottle, do you get a good value at $160?
Okay. So, Dave, to our conversation earlier, what would you pay for this per pour at any bourbon bar in America? $25, $30? If it's more than that, probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
We kind of were, talking about this earlier, like, you get what you pay for. Totally dig it. This is probably $25, $30 a pour. Yeah. Absolutely.
I would say
more than that, you're like, eh.
I would say 30's a little stretch. But I would say this is absolutely.
So you can get Woodford for $8, or you can get this for $25. I mean.
But for me, the other side of this that you're missing is $30 might be a stretch, but is it $30 is a stretch because you have a bottle? Somebody, you know what I mean? Where
I don't have this
I
bottle.
can't get it, and this comes we were talking about something else that was allocated that maybe we can't get our hands on. Okay, I would probably stretch a little more just to say, hey, I want to try this, but I can't go to the store and buy a bottle of it and do those things. So for me, 100%, I agree. At $30 a pour, to go in and try it somewhere, I would probably do that.
And you would walk away from a bar being like, that's damn good. Like, that was a $25 or $30. Like, I wouldn't hate it. Then you go find a bottle.
And then you go down to Louisiana and find a bottle.
Right,
It would be cheaper for us to road trip to anywhere other than here to go on, like, a mission.
Yeah.
We're looking
Take our list.
We're looking for remote sites to film. Anybody got a liquor store? Can you guys get this stuff? Do you want to have Thin Blue whiskey in your hometown? Probably not, but just in case.
But if you do.
Yeah. 3 wanks from Kansas coming to your way.
All right. That's going to do it.
This was a good one.
Bardstown Discovery Series 12.
Give it a thumbs.
It's a thumbs up. Fantastic. You might see it again when we do our
Whiskey of the Year.
Of the year 2024. So, pick it up at $150 for sure. And we'll see you next time right here, Thin Blue Whiskey.